Well, Iran is also keeping up attacks on neighbouring Gulf states. A series of drone and missile strikes have targeted Kuwait, the UAE and Saudi Arabia. Emirati air defences intercepted several projectiles over the skies of Dubai. Both Saudi Arabia and Kuwait say their air defences have been working through the morning to intercept new attacks. And well, Zein Basravi is in Dubai for us. Just bring us up to speed, first of all, what's been happening in the UAE.
Well, it had been hoped that it would be a quiet Eid, and for the most part it was, but shortly after midnight in the early hours of this morning, there were those loud interception explosions again, a wave of multiple explosions taking place just after midnight. The UAE confirming that defenses were responding to incoming missile and drone threats from Iran yet again, and those sounds were air defense systems going off late at night. We've also got people here on high alert. There is a sense of safety being paramount at the moment following a warning from Iran. And I'll read to you this warning that came from the Iranian authorities with regards to Ras Al Khaimah here in the UAE. Urgent warning and evacuation order from Iran to citizens and residents of Ras Al Khaimah city in the UAE due to the use of area of operations there targeting Iranian islands. They say Ras Al Khaimah will be targeted in the near future. Now, residents have been told to leave through specific routes. The Iranians published images showing those routes. I mean, these things circulate on social media, on the internet. We haven't had any official response yet from any authorities here, but it's messaging like this from Iran that certainly is continuing to put pressure on the UAE and other GCC countries. We're also hearing from the Emirati news agency this morning of some arrests that were carried out a day earlier. The state security announcing it had dismantled what it described as a terrorist network linked to Lebanese Hezbollah and Iran. The arrest of elements that were using the economy and civil institutions for what they describe as terrorist and conspiratorial purposes. Now, similar allegations and arrests have been made elsewhere in the GCC since the war began. The Lebanese government has condemned this, but Hezbollah has denied any involvement in any sort of case of this kind.
We mentioned, of course, there were also attacks in Saudi Arabia and Kuwait as well. Their air defences have been operational. What more do we know about those?
That is correct. The volume seems to be, again, it ebbs and flows throughout the course of this war, 3 weeks now. It has ebbed and flowed, and it goes up and comes down. In the last 12 to 24 hours, it seems to have been limited following the attacks on energy infrastructure over the course of the last few days. But this morning, Saudi Arabia is saying that it intercepted and destroyed 10 drones in the eastern province. Kuwait saying air defenses were this morning intercepting missile and drone attacks. And of course, we talked about what happened here in the UAE in the early hours of this morning, bomb explosions, interceptions being heard over Dubai. Now, Bahrain has said, again, all of this pressure is continuing to push GCC countries closer towards the U.S. Bahrain has said that it will contribute to international efforts aimed at securing navigation in the Strait of Hormuz, thereby enhancing maritime security and ensuring the smooth flow of global trade. So we're also seeing this the day after the U.S. State Department announced billions of dollars in weapons deals, arms deals for GCC countries and other Arab countries as they continue to shore up defenses as this conflict seems to be carrying on. But it has to be said at this junction, as all sides are pushed further and further apart, as the negotiating table seems further and further away from Iran and its Arab neighbors, the core root, the cause of the instability now is still the US and Israel attacking Iran. And that still remains the core cause of instability at the moment. And even though the retaliatory attacks continue to push neighbors apart, at the moment what we are seeing is a reaction to the fact that Iran was attacked by the US and Israel. This retaliation is something that the Arab neighbors have criticized it for, but that remains the root cause.
Zein, thank you very much indeed. Zein Basravi there breaking that down for us in Dubai.